I'm author Bruce Hale, here with another writing tip video for you. Now, last time I covered brainstorming and talked about my own process in brainstorming. I got a few questions on that, so I thought I'd go into a little more depth on how to turn your idea into a story. I'll give you 5 tips. First tip, pick something you like to write about. Don't pick something that you don't care for. Like, I would never write a story about opera. To me, opera is all, I just don't care for it. So it would not be a natural subject for me. Now, I do care about old detective movies and bad jokes, which is what led me to do the Chet Gecko mysteries. So that's it. Start with something you love or have a passionate interest in and would like to know more about. That's a great launching place for a story. Second, pick your favorite idea. You may have a number of different ideas to choose from, but you gotta pick the one that has the most juice to it. I always keep an idea file, and so I'll go looking through there to see what gets me excited. Think about it this way. If you're going out on a date, you want to go out on a date with somebody who really gets your pulse thumping. And it's the same way when you're writing a story. Writing a story is a big investment of time and effort. So be sure it's a story that you're going to want to go steady with for a long time. Third, do your research. Once you have that idea and you're starting to zero in on it, find out if there are other stories similar to yours already out there in the marketplace. After all, you don't want to rewrite a version of Twilight just because you like vampires. Find something new and understand where your story might fit in among all those other books out there. Now, some stories you might be interested in writing might involve a deeper research of history or other things. For example, if you wanted to write a fractured fairy tale, you might want to check out the original fairy tale first before you write your fractured version. Similarly, if you're thinking of writing a story about Leonardo da Vinci, it just might help if you research his life a little bit before you write your story. Research deepens your story and it gives you new ideas on how to expand your plot. So it's a very valuable part of the process. Fourth, grow your story. Every story has a gestation period. Just like a kid, it takes a while for a story to grow and come to fruition. Now, whether your gestation period is 2 weeks or 2 years, you still need to put in the effort. There are a number of different things you can do. Before you go to sleep at night, you can ask yourself a question about your story and let your subconscious work on it. You can keep a logbook, a journal like I do, and write your thoughts about it. And as things come to you at random when you're doing dishes or eating chocolate chip cookies, you can always just jot it down in your book. Or, as I showed you in the last video, you can keep a sketch pad where you write down different ideas and kind of brainstorm and noodle with them. This is all part of developing a story idea. Fifth, and finally, ask questions. Questions are your way into your story. If you don't know what's going to fill all those pages, just keep asking questions and getting answers. Here are some of the questions you might want to start with. What does my protagonist want? That's a big question, and that powers your whole story. That's your engine for your story. What gets in his or her way? That's also really important because that determines conflict, both internal conflict and external conflict. And you get the external conflict from asking questions like, what does my antagonist want? And it goes on and on. The longer you can stay in question mode, the better it is for your brainstorming. They've done studies and they've found out that when you stay in that question mode, you're staying in the right side of your brain, the more creative side that generates ideas. So the longer you can noodle with answers to these questions before coming down definitively, the better it will be for your story development. And those are your 5 tips on how to turn your idea into a story. If you've enjoyed these videos, please be sure to subscribe. And until the next time we meet, this is Bruce Hale saying, happy writing!